the hardwood, but back on November 9th, the Tigers rolled into town. The Alabama faithful were personally introduced to Joe Burrow. He diced him up that day en route to a 46-41 victory that secured LSU's position in the SEC championship game. And you know the history from that point forward. Today on the hardwood, welcome to Saturday's showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. We got the best matchup in the SEC today inside Coleman Coliseum. Two of the highest scoring teams in the league. LSU and Alabama meets in Tuscaloosa. Glad to have you with us today with Sean Farnham, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. It's a make-or-break game for Alabama. 13-11 record. It has a great opportunity to boost its resume today. The way Alabama wins is by shooting threes.
Well, listen, Nate Oates didn't shy away from the importance of this game. Understanding a quad one victory on your home court is important. This is their last chance in SEC play. He told his team that, but he also told them you got to be you. And who they were the other night against Auburn was one of the great three-point shooting nights in the history of the SEC. From a sheer volume perspective, most ever attempted. From the makes, they also accomplished that mark. 22 three-pointers erased a 16-0 deficit that started that game on the road down in the Plains. Now they took a loss. So all those numbers are great, but you have to understand no matter how big of a lead LSU might jump out too early, it can be erased really quickly with a three-point shooting of the Tide.
22, of course, against Alabama. For LSU, it hit 22 over its last 4 games. So will Alabama go all Houston Rockets on us again tonight? We wait and find out. Nate Oates mentioned we need a little more balance in our offensive attack today. Do the Tigers keep pace with Auburn and Kentucky today? It hasn't beaten Alabama here in back-to-back games in almost 30 years. It comes in after a win this week against Missouri, trying to get back to the winning ways once again.
And the Crimson Chaos, credit to the student section. They've been in here for at least an hour and a half. They got the hard hats on. Nate Oates has created a little bit of buzz because of the freedom that he's given them at the offensive end of the floor. Now what that freedom needs to reciprocate back is a commitment to the defensive end. And they've got to shore up the paint because this LSU Tigers team, as you take a look at the starting lineup, they love to score inside the arc. They're one of the best in the country at it.
One of the most efficient teams in the country. Skylar Mays leads the way. He's gone for 20 points in back-to-back games. He is the heady senior leader